Did Chapel Rowan steal my song? Do you want to know why I am so cringe? Don't call strangers, Dad.
They made up these allegations against us.
Not my problem.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just sipping some delicious espresso from my little tiny red cup. Except, I'm lying. There was never any espresso in this cup. Now, one may be inclined to call me a poser or performative for pretending to drink espresso from my cup, when in reality, I just wanted to show you my cup, and my real drink was off camera over here. I've been getting TikToks of this little boy on my For You feed for such a long time now. I don't know why I called him a little boy just now. Probably because he behaves like a 12-year-old boy, but we'll get to that. Yo, turn this down, bro. Bro in one sentence did not just flex being 5'4" and also having children obsessed with him. I'm sure you've seen him online. I'm going to officially introduce you to him or them today. I don't know if TX2 is a band or it's just this guy. At the very least, the dude on the front of the art is Evan, and then you go to their Spotify page and it's the whole band, and he also says we are TX2. And not only on their Spotify banner do they all look like offspring of Ellen DeGeneres, but much like Ellen DeGeneres, they can't seem to keep themselves out of controversy.
Okay, here it is, the breakdown that got us canceled.
Also, if I need to hear TX2 talk about goth Donnie mommies one more time, I'll shoot myself.
Great, I want to throw up now. The faces he's making during this extremely heavy breakdown, meanwhile Sabrina Carpenter has probably released heavier music than this. Also, bro, I don't think it got you canceled to any degree. You just received a lot of backlash and criticism for yourself previously talking about unaliving yourself in such a serious manner in your car.
Literally unalive myself on a live stream, and you would still all call me a poser.
And then telling other people to do it.
I'll shoot myself.
No one's gonna take you seriously anymore at that point. Also, real quick, to address the other red-haired elephant in the room, unalive myself? Dude, you're in a self-proclaimed punk band, and there is nothing more punk than censoring yourself live. At the very least, use the acronym KYS, which stands for Carl, your sister. Carl, your sister's home, and she's telling people to kill themselves again. Since 2023, TX2 has gained such popularity that they've been lucky enough to work with bands like Ice Nine Kills, Black Veil Brides, and they've also been able to open for said bands along with In This Moment and Avatar, which, by the way, is what makes videos like this even worse.
This is about to make a lot of people mad in the scene, but this is what it actually looks like to be the most hated band on the internet.
Dude, of course it's a sold-out show that you're performing for. You're opening for one of the biggest bands in the genre. What are you talking about?
It feels so good to be alive. Hey, mind passing me another line?
I'm sorry, we're out.
Oh, that's fine. Wait.
What the fuck did you just say to me? I'm just fucked up one more life!
What bro thinks he looks like. The singer of the band, Evan, as a whole, is amazing at making like cringe bait content, which is how this band got so big, by the way. There's been a big trend online in the alternative space where it'll be like,
This is the heaviest metal song you will ever hear in your life.
Who's the fag now?
those ears on the sides of your head, cover them if you don't want to hear the most heavy song that you've actually heard in your entire life.
Do you want to know why I am so cringe? Or why people call me cringe? It's because I had to be, and here's what I mean. None of you would have listened or cared about another emo rock artist unless they were cringe. The only way I could ever join the music industry was blowing up organically through this app. Which means I had to kill my ego and stop trying to be cool and make videos that I knew would piss off all the goth gatekeepers and make videos. But it is officially time to put an end to the cringe chapter of TX2. And tomorrow, I will show you what I mean. Just check this app tomorrow, and you will see exactly what I mean. Where art thou? And I'm so sorry.
The year of the cringe didn't end because this was posted 2 hours ago, and it's pretty cringe, bruv. The year of the cringe ended now, like after that 2 hours. They're gonna start again. It's like one of those workplace days since last accident things. Also, if you like their music, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging anybody for liking their music. Even if I find it to be extremely corny, there's nothing wrong with anybody else liking it. And also, being cringe is no crime. And I really wish it was, though. Also, if cringe was on the table just for a second, the way that whoever is on their PR team replied to this TikTok has me rolling. Early Evan, I'm getting my braces on May 7th. What color should I get? Ayo, welcome, how are you? Okay, sure, all of this music seems to be a little bit face value, maybe even a little cringe. Look no further than their first ever released single on Spotify, Heaven Was Full, I'm Headed Straight to Hell. Wait a minute, this sounds a little familiar, right? Surely that's an isolated incident and it's not gonna happen again or like 3 more times, right?
Raised his voice at her as he screamed, it's not by choice, it's all on me. For once he nodded his head and agreed. So mind us, we're just spilling our guts. If this is love, I don't wanna be loved. You pollute.
And by the way, you can also make the point that everything's derivative of everything and everything's inspired by something. For example, I love Drew Gooden. I also love Danny Gonzalez, fucking Kettle Connor over here, and Ted Nivison, and I'm sure you can see aspects from all of those YouTubers in my content because that's how inspiration works. But I'm pretty sure there's a fine line between directly copying somebody and just sometimes being inspired by something. You could definitely argue that every single one of these instances is isolated and it just happened that way and it's a coincidence, but how many more times will it be a coincidence? And then handling the criticism that you receive by,
Did Chapel Rowan steal my song?
Here's her song.
And this is my song.
because the point of your video is like, my song sounds nothing like this one, and those other songs that people are saying that I ripped off sound nothing like mine. But yours actually do, right down to the melody. Sorry, Buster, that's not how that works. And we are still just now, like, approaching the shores of why I even wanted to talk about this today. Like, we are just now dipping our little tootsies in the pool of the topic I want to talk about.
Don't ever call me dad. That's the only thing. That's fucking weird when you call me dad. Don't call strangers dad. Oh my god, is that a goth dummy, mommy? Goth dummy, mommy, goth dummy, mommy, goth.
Hypocrisy. I'm so sick of the whole goth dommy mommy thing on the internet. Everyone and their mom calls an alternative girl with black lipstick on a goth mommy now, but when I was in high school and I had motionless and white merch on, I was just called gay slurs. And naturally, actual alternative girls were like, hey, actually stop stripping us down to only objectifying us, please.
People in the goth community are reaching out to him and being like, hey, don't say goth mommy, whatever. It's perpetuating the stereotype and making it more of a thing. It makes us uncomfortable. And he's like, but I'm making fun of that. But are you really? Because if someone is telling you that's making them uncomfortable, it gets to the point where you're becoming the person that you are making fun of.
And nothing shows that you're kidding more than in the comments blasting people that don't get that it's a joke.
Since social media's existed, anyone can say anything about anyone and you don't need to fact check it. Let's set the record straight. There's a rumor that has followed my band for years that TX2 fetishizes goth girls. This is also really important because I have a lot of women and goth women that I really respect in my life, and I think this is important. I stand for. The goth and alternative scene has always had a problem with people fetishizing them. It is obviously not okay to fetishize an entire group of people. And for the idiots who need me to say this plain and clear, you should never call someone you don't know a goth dommy mommy. And never once in my life have I. Now, I have made comedy skits, satirical comedy skits, where I played a character who did. That is acting and playing a character in a satirical skit. And for the people who needed to hear that, I guess, there you have it.
Like, this apology just starts so good and genuine, and then it just goes straight down into the second tower. Sure, I'll humor the idea for a second that it's just harmless satire, but you said yourself, 3 billion kids think you're the shit or something, right?
100,000 kids out there think I'm the shit.
There's nothing wrong with being satirical and making edgy jokes on the internet, but that wasn't apparent, especially to your very young fans. Which is exactly why I found this comment on YouTube saying, let's start a cult calling people Donnie Mommy. Yeah, TX2, more like TX. Poo. Hey, editing Caleb here from 3 days in the future. One thing that I didn't do a good job of saying in the video was that he also has skits poking fun at the people that don't want to be sexualized, meaning he knows what he's doing.
God darn me, mommy! God darn me, mommy! Shut the f up! I don't appreciate being fetishized. Whoa!
Which tells me that he mainly apologized for PR work and isn't actually being genuine, which we kind of knew anyways, right? But yeah, anyways, back to me.
5'4" man who's
What is this shit? Dude, this is poser shit. Dude, check this out.
Oh yeah, sure. When I was a young boy,
Dude, what is
my
this
father
shit? This is some
took me
posers.
Bro did not just compare himself to Peak. Side note, I fuck with this American Psycho shirt so hard. Pete me wearing this in the next video. Now, one final thing that I want to touch base on in this video is a little bit of drama that happened between TX2's community and another creator. There's a creator on TikTok that goes by the name 10 Till Death, and he was accused of some pretty bad shit from TX2's community without any actual evidence.
And these are some strong allegations that are being made. And yes, I've brought receipts to the table multiple times. These same TX2 fans went out of their way to dox me. They went out of their way to dox another TX2 fan for supporting me. That same TX2 fan that they did this to, they also threatened to SA.
TX2's community both doxed this man and claimed that he was talking to minors, all based on a trust me bro. Anything that I talked about in this video could definitely be looked past, but this can't be.
And in each case, the people admitted that they made up these allegations against us just to ruin our lives.
Being a creator online, you're not responsible for those who follow you, but you are responsible for sending the message that you'd like for them to then send to. By saying things like,
Respond to like false accusations of some other shit about other people that, not me. Here's my answer. Not my problem. Not yours either. I was a fan, but your other fans made blah blah blah. But no, I can't. You know, it's not me. You know, you can let people do their thing. So wait, imagine not calling out. Yeah.
you are directly supporting their actions by not shutting it down. In other words, TX2 and Evan Thomas specifically, which by the way, my last name is Thomas, bro. You, sir, have achieved Chud status. Have the day you deserve. I do not want this shit to get misinterpreted. It's really important that I know that anyone who is a victim of this deserves to be heard. That is not the problem here. It's the lack of evidence, while there being a mountain of people saying this, all from TX2's community choosing to dogpile him. I seriously do not want to trivialize a serious topic like this. Like, if the allegations turn out to be fact, for all I care, this guy can like spontaneously combust. That's awful. However, where it stands right now, and where this would be happening over the internet with no evidence, it just seems like a malicious attack. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this one. Now I'm gonna go catch myself inside of a Pokeball so I can see what's inside. Bye!